Hello, guys. Good morning. How are you today? You good? Today is Wednesday. It's February 16th. Can you believe it? Yes. February 16th. Carnival is on its way. Even though this year we are not having carnival as we know it in Rio, but we have the holiday. Yay. That's good. So today is Wednesday, and in English speaking countries, we also call it hump day because it's halfway through to the weekend. Okay, this is wide angle one, and we are doing unit 10. This is the Wednesday class at 9 o'clock, and we are almost finishing wide angle one. How nice, isn't it, guys? Yes. Way to go. That's really good, people. Congratulations. So, as you can see on the screen, we are doing today the final part of Unit 10. So, hi, Duda. Good morning. Welcome. Good to see you. So today we finish Unit 10. That's great. So let's take a look at our page, full screen. Hey, thank you. And I would like to know if you had a chance to do your homework, like I always do. So let's see what we did last week and the homework assignment for today. So let's take a look here. Good. So last week we did Unit 10, Part 3. And we talked about I need a vacation, comparative adjectives, long and irregular forms, adjectives in writing, and the homework was online practice Unit 10.3, some worksheets, and I asked you to write a reply to Malcolm on page 119, exercise number 10. Use adjectives and compare two places. Now I want to know who did the homework. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. Please don't leave it for the last minute. Don't accumulate homework, guys. Try to catch up. Update your homework, especially the platform, okay? Online practice. Try to do it as soon as possible. Okay, guys? All right? And also try to do the writing assignment. This is very important as well. Okay? So, and do you have any questions about the worksheets? Julie, Duda, the ones who are watching the video, do you have any questions concerning the worksheets? If you do, please send me a message on WhatsApp. Any questions? No? So please do your homework. All right, people. So let's go to our assignment for today, our agenda for today, actually. So if you have your books, open your books to page 120. Let's go there. It's taking a while here because of the internet connection. So I'm trying to reload the page so we can open the book. Let's see what happens. Yes, here we are. Okay, guys, can you see that? Yes, Virginia. All right, I will zoom in so you can see it bigger. Okay, don't worry. So let's zoom in. All right, as you know, guys, Unit 10.4, like all the units .4, they are the video lessons, okay? The video lessons of the units. So that's the moment where we see the characters of the lesson, okay? We meet Andy again, Max, right? Kevin, and all these guys. They are studying in New York, and we know more about them, right? So today, the topic of their conversation is bright lights, big desert. Oh, right. So look at the pictures. What do you think is going on? What do you think they are doing? What are they doing? What do you think? Look, what is Andy doing? He's using a notebook. He's using a computer, okay? So let's try to say that. He's using a computer. Good. And what is Max, his roommate, doing? Studying, maybe. He has what seems to be a notebook open here, and I don't know, it seems to be a booklet of some kind. Yeah, probably he's studying or doing something similar. So look at Andy here in this picture. What do you think he is saying here? Because he raises his finger like this. So what do you think he is saying? Ah, so Julie said it's like he's having an idea, right? So he's having an idea. All right. So what are they talking about? Let's see, guys. Let's check out number one. Think about the last time you suggested an activity to a friend. Okay. When was it? Do you remember? And what did you say? Did your friend agree with your idea? And how did your friend respond? So do you remember the last time you suggested an activity to a friend? No, yes. Yes. The last time you suggested something to a friend, like, oh, do this or do that. So Julie said yesterday. Yes. So she said she was talking to a friend and she suggested going to a mall. Yes, very good. So she gave this suggestion. Let's go to the mall. They were deciding where to go. Okay? All right. And did your friend agree with your idea? Did she like your idea? Did she say yes? Okay, she did. Okay, so she agreed. And how did your friend respond? How did she answer? When you said, let's go to the mall. She said, oh yes, let's go. Okay, she agreed right away. All right, maybe she said, oh, that's a good idea, right? Something like this, okay? Yes, maybe she said something like this. Oh yes, let's go. That's a good idea. Okay, so let's see here. Sorry, guys. So watch the video and choose the correct answers. Questions may have more than one answer. So let's see what's happening here. So as we noticed, the situation here is similar. One is suggesting something to the other. Okay? All right? One is giving the other some suggestions. So let's say, first of all, before we listen, let's read the options we have, okay? So the first one, let's see the options we have. The first one, sorry. Where does Andy want to go? Okay, we have 4 options. Phoenix, Arizona, Sedona, Arizona, the Grand Canyon, and Las Vegas, Nevada. Ooh. Question number 2. Where does Max want to go? Option A, Phoenix, Arizona. B, Sedona, Arizona. The same here. Letter C, the Grand Canyon. The same. And letter D, Las Vegas, Nevada. The same options. All right? The same options. Now, where do they finally decide to go together? So notice that we have the same options, but let's see which place they finally decide. Okay, guys? All right? So hi, Felipe. Good morning. Good to see you. Super welcome. Nice to have you here. So we are doing page 120, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 120. This is unit lesson 10.4. It's the video lesson, okay? We are right in the beginning. So we are in a situation where one friend suggests something to another friend. And we are going to decide now what is the suggestion actually, right? What the suggestion is. We will try to see where Andy wants to go, where Max wants to go, and where they finally decide to go together. All right? So I will play the audio for you and you check the answers you believe are correct. Okay, let me mute my audio so.
Yeehaw!
What is it?
I found us the best place to go for our vacation in April.
Really? Where?
It's one of the most interesting and exciting spots in the US.
Wait, is this like 20 questions?
No, but here's a clue. It's in the Wild West.
Wild West? Or like cowboys?
I mean, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Oh, no thanks. What about somewhere quieter and more relaxing? Like a ranch?
Well, I think a ranch sounds kind of boring. Come on, Vegas is a fun city.
I can think of nicer places to go. What about the Grand Canyon? I really want to go there.
Everyone visits the Grand Canyon. It's one of the most popular vacation spots. It's always crowded.
How can it be crowded? It's one of the biggest parks in the country.
Okay, true.
Well, I'd really like to ride horses at the ranch and draw.
I know. What about this? We fly to Phoenix, Arizona, then we drive to the desert. There's a dude ranch near Sedona.
Fine, but can we stop at the Grand Canyon after that?
Okay, it's a deal.
Now that sounds like a much better plan. Dude.
Okay. Yes. Could you get the places they decided to go together? So let's see. First of all, where does Andy want to go? Okay. Where does Max want to go? All right. And where do they finally decide to go together? They decide to go to, what do you think, guys? Hi, Stephanie. Good morning. Welcome. Good to see you. How nice. Super welcome. Good morning. So we are doing page 120. Okay, Stephanie. Here. This is unit 10.4. Okay? It's the video lesson. And this is exercise number 2. Okay? We are checking the answers. So where does Andy want to go? Apparently, Las Vegas, Nevada. Where does Max want to go? The Grand Canyon. And where do they finally decide to go together? So let's watch the video one more time so you can get this answer right, okay? Because it's more than one place, all right? So let's watch this again.
Yeehaw!
What is it?
I found us the best place to go for our vacation in April.
Really? Where?
It's one of the most interesting and exciting spots in the US.
Wait, is this like 20 questions?
No, but here's a clue. It's in the Wild West.
Wild West? What, like cowboys?
I mean, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Oh, no thanks. What about somewhere quieter and more relaxing? Like a ranch?
Well, I think a ranch sounds kind of boring. Come on, Vegas is a fun city.
I can think of nicer places to go. What about the Grand Canyon? I really want to go there.
Everyone visits the Grand Canyon. It's one of the most popular vacation spots. It's always crowded.
How can it be crowded? It's one of the biggest parks in the country.
Okay, true.
Well, I'd really like to ride horses at the ranch and draw.
I know. What about this? We fly to Phoenix, Arizona, then we drive to the desert. There's a dude ranch near Sedona.
Fine, but can we stop at the Grand Canyon after that?
Okay, it's a deal.
Now that sounds like a much better plan. Dude.
Okay, guys. All right, now let's say Okay. Good. So let's see now. The first question is okay. The second, okay too. And finally, where do they decide to go together? Phoenix? What else? Three places, guys. Three places. Sedona and Grand Canyon. They decide to go to these places because Max wants to go to the west, but he doesn't want to go to Las Vegas. All right, let's check the answers. Oh man, let's see what's wrong here. First of all, Las Vegas, Nevada, and then here we have, yeah, the second one actually is not right because Max wants to go to the Grand Canyon, okay? So here we should consider the second one not right. Here it's letter C because Andy wants to go to Las Vegas and Max wants to go to the Grand Canyon. And finally here, they decide to go to those three places, okay? Let's watch the video one more time, but with the script, okay, guys? I will play with the script for you to see. Let's see. Look.
Yeehaw!
Look.
What is it?
I found us the best place to go for our vacation in April.
Really? Where?
Look.
It's one of the most interesting and exciting spots in the US.
Wait, is this like 20 questions?
No, but here's a clue. It's in the Wild West.
Wild West? Or like cowboys?
I mean, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Oh, no thanks. What about somewhere quieter and more relaxing? Like a ranch?
Well, I think a ranch sounds kind of boring. Come on, Vegas is a fun city.
I can think of nicer places to go. What about the Grand Canyon? I really want to go there.
You see?
Everyone visits the Grand Canyon. It's one of the most popular vacation spots. It's always crowded.
How can it be crowded? It's one of the biggest parks in the country.
Okay, true.
Well, I'd really like to ride horses at the ranch and draw.
I know. What about this? We fly to Phoenix, Arizona, then we drive to the desert. There's a dude ranch near Sedona.
Fine, but can we stop at the Grand Canyon after that?
Okay, it's a deal.
Now that sounds like a much better plan. Dude.
Okay, so here, I don't know if you noticed, we can see here that Max wants to go to Las Vegas. I mean, Andy wants to go to Las Vegas and Max wants to go to, Max wants to go to the Grand Canyon. And then in the end, they reach an agreement because Andy has an idea. He says, I know, what about this? We fly to Phoenix, Arizona, then we drive to the desert. There is a dude ranch near Sedona. So they go to a place near Sedona. So they can visit Phoenix, then they go to this ranch near Sedona. And then Max goes, fine, but can we stop at the Grand Canyon after that? Okay, it's a deal. All right, so That sounds like a much better plan, dude. So here we can understand that they decide to go together to Phoenix, Arizona. They decide to go to the Grand Canyon, but here I wouldn't check Sedona because they don't go to Sedona. They go near Sedona. Okay, so this one here, I agree. But number 2 is the Grand Canyon. All right, people. So the right answers are Las Vegas, Nevada, the Grand Canyon. Max wants to go to the Grand Canyon first, okay? But then in the end, they agree to go together to Phoenix, Arizona, then to a ranch near Sedona, because it's also in Arizona, okay? And then after, to the Grand Canyon. Okay, people, so number 3, A and C, all right? So here they say it's wrong, but this is what it is, right? They always, they put all the 4 places, but this is totally wrong. Look, they don't agree on Las Vegas. They don't agree on that. Okay, so this is not right. Okay, people, so no. So just Phoenix and Grand Canyon, Phoenix and Grand Canyon. We can even put Sedona, Arizona, because it's near, but not Las Vegas, because Max doesn't want to go to Las Vegas. Okay, people? All right? And here, the first one, Las Vegas, and the second one, the Grand Canyon. All right, people? Okay. So let's move on to number 3. Yes, can we go? All right, people. So there was some problem with the answer key from the book, but we already fixed. Okay, hi, Claudinha. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome.
Bom dia.
Claudinha. Yes, good morning, Claudinha. We are doing page 120, and this is unit 10, 10.4. Okay? It's the, yes, 120. It's the video lesson. Okay?
Professor,
And yes, Claudinha.
eu não tenho feito os trabalhos porque eu estou muito enrolada na faculdade, mas essa semana já desenrola e eu boto tudo em dia, tá?
Okay, Claudinha, no problem. Thank you. That's okay. So this lesson, we have Andy and Max deciding where to go on vacation, okay? And so Andy suggests Las Vegas, Nevada. Max doesn't like Las Vegas. He prefers the Grand Canyon. And they finally agree on Phoenix, Arizona, a place near Sedona, not exactly Sedona, and the Grand Canyon, okay? So let's say, watch the video again. Who said what? Max or Andy? So now we're going to see more details, okay? So let's see the sentences first. Number 1, I found us the best place to go for our vacation in April. Do you remember? Who said that? Andy. Okay. I think we remember most of them, right? What about somewhere quieter and more relaxing? Max. Okay. I can think of nicer places to go. Do you know? No. What about this? We fly to Phoenix, Arizona. Andy, okay. Fine, but can we stop at the Grand Canyon? after that? Okay, because that's where he wants to go, right? Okay, it's a deal. And now that sounds like a much better plan. All right, so we only need to check number 3, okay? So let's watch the video again with the script.
Yeehaw!
What is it?
I found us the best place to go for our vacation in April.
Really? Where?
It's one of the most interesting and exciting spots in the US.
Wait, is this like 20 questions?
No, but here's a clue. It's in the Wild West.
Wild West? What, like cowboys?
I mean, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Oh, no thanks. What about somewhere quieter and more relaxing? Like a ranch?
Well, I think a ranch sounds kind of boring. Come on, Vegas is a fun city.
I can think of nicer places to go. What about the Grand Canyon? I really want to go there.
Everyone visits the Grand Canyon. It's one of the most popular vacation spots. It's always crowded.
How can it be crowded? It's one of the biggest parks in the country.
Okay, true.
Well, I'd really like to ride horses at the ranch and draw.
I know. What about this? We fly to Phoenix, Arizona, then we drive to the desert. There's a dude ranch near Sedona.
Fine, but can we stop at the Grand Canyon after that?
Okay, it's a deal.
Now that sounds like a much better plan. Dude.
All right, so I can think of nicer places to go. Who said that? Max. So let's check the answers. Oh my God, you see? A lot of bugs. It's totally wrong. Of course, this was Andy, and this was facts too. So we shouldn't trust the answers from the book. Okay, guys. So what do they say here? Oh, no way. Totally wrong. All right, guys. So ignore the answers from the book. So here it was Max, and here Andy. Okay, guys. So you see, the book has some mistakes in the answer key. So the first one, it was Andy, Max, Max again. Number 4, Andy. Number 5, Max, Andy, and then Max. When they say, in the end, Max says, we can fly to Arizona, to Phoenix, Arizona, and then we can drive to the desert. As they drive to the desert, we can understand they may go to Las Vegas, but it's not very clear, all right? They don't, I mean, Andy doesn't really say, then we drive to Las Vegas. He doesn't say that. He says, we drive to the desert. So there is a question mark, okay? I wouldn't check Las Vegas here. That's the reason why we checked only those 2 places, all right? So we can keep it that way. Because they will fly to Phoenix and they will drive to the desert. But until when? To Las Vegas, to the Grand Canyon, you know? So it's not so clear. Now, people, let's go to the next page and let's see the structure and the phrases we use to give opinions, right? So, real world English bots, giving opinions and making suggestions. Yeah, it's not so certain. Yeah, that's right, Felipe. Okay. So when you want to suggest an activity, use expressions like, we can say, why don't we go to Phoenix, for example? Or, I have an idea. Let's go to Phoenix. Or, what about Phoenix? Or, how about Phoenix? So we can say, what about, or how about? Okay? You can respond to a suggestion in different ways. You can give a positive opinion or a negative opinion. You can say, oh, good idea. Or, okay, that sounds great. Or, it's a deal, to show that you agree. Now, negative opinion, really? Oh no, thanks. Or, I'm not so sure. Or, I don't know. I don't like that place so much. Or, I don't know about that. Okay? So you can show your opinion, either positive or negative, using those phrases. Okay? You can also respond with a different opinion or suggestion. Example, I can think of nicer places to go. Or you can say, yeah, that sounds good, but I think the Grand Canyon is more interesting. Okay, so then you give another suggestion. Or you say, what about the Grand Canyon? What do you say? Or how about the Grand Canyon? Okay, guys, you give another alternative. Okay? All right, people. So, posted here on our page on Google Classroom a file with some ideas on how to make suggestions, right? So here we have, let me show you here. Oh, by the way, I also posted some pictures here. One from Las Vegas, Nevada, and 2 pictures of the Grand Canyon, okay? So that's really nice. They're beautiful places to visit. Hi, Anissa. Good morning. Good to see you. How nice. So let's take a look. Here, I'm going to show you the file if it opens. Yes, there you go. Can you see that? Yes? So here are the 4 classical ways to make suggestions, right? You can say, let's, and then the action. Let's watch a movie, or let's go to the Grand Canyon, right? Or let's go to Las Vegas. Okay. Another option, why don't we watch a movie? So we put why don't we and the verb, okay? Using the lesson, we can say, why don't we go to the Grand Canyon? Or why don't we go to Las Vegas? All right? Now, how about? When we use how about, we have to use the verb plus ing, okay? How about if I decide to use a verb? If I decide to use a noun, then I don't need to change anything. I can say, how about the Grand Canyon? Or how about Las Vegas? It's okay. But if I want to use a verb, then I have to add ing because this is a preposition. Okay? So how about watching a movie? Or how about going to the Grand Canyon. All right? And here, what about, which is the same. What about watching a movie? What about going to the Grand Canyon? Okay? Or what about going to Las Vegas? Okay, people. So this is a very nice summary of making suggestions in English. All right? Okay, guys. Yes?
Ok, teacher.
Good. All right. So let's go back to our book and let's practice a little bit. Look at the statements again from exercise number 3. Which 3 make a suggestion and which give opinions? So let's go back there. Here. Take a look at the sentences here. We have 7 examples. Which ones make a suggestion? Let's find the suggestions first. Take a look.
Teacher, o que é somewhere?
Sorry?
O que é somewhere?
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Somewhere. Excuse me. Just a moment. Somewhere is algum lugar. Okay?
Ok.
So which ones are suggestions here? Let's see. Number 2, we have here. What about, okay? Yes, can be. Yeah, it sounds more like an opinion, but yeah, it's a suggestion because he says, I found this the best place to go for a vacation in April. And then he will introduce, actually, it's neither opinion nor suggestion. He will introduce a suggestion. So, 4, okay. What about this? Uh-huh. Uh-huh, and what else? 5, yes. When we use this, can we, it's like you're making a suggestion, okay? All right, now, which ones are expressions of opinion? Uh-huh. 6, okay. And 7. Yeah, 1 a little out, yeah. So here we have 3 ways to give opinion. Oh, I can think of nicer places to go, in my opinion, okay? Okay, it's a deal. It's a deal, guys. It's an expression that means, okay, combinado. All right? Okay, it's a deal. All right, people? Now that sounds like a much better plan. Ah, ok, agora parece plano bem melhor. Okay, people? Now that sounds like a much better plan. Okay? All right? So they are expressions to show your opinion when you are deciding what to do. Okay? Good. Now let's go to the next page and see the answers. I don't trust the answers so much, but let's see. Suggestions 2, 4, 5. Opinions 1, 3, 7. So let's check it out. 1, 3, and 7. Let's go there. Gosh. 1, 3, and 7. But okay, it's a deal. It's an opinion because you agree. So, all right, we can all right, we can agree that number 1 is a way to show your opinion. But actually, here you are introducing, sorry, your suggestion. So let me draw here. I will paint this one green because you were like giving your opinion. Okay. In your opinion, it's the best place to go. Let's understand this way. Okay. So yeah. So we have 4 examples of opinion and 3 examples of suggestion. Okay. All right. I would put there number 1 and the others. Now, people, choose a place you would like to travel to. Write 3 reasons why this is a good place to go. So let's just decide, which place do you think is a good place to go? Now, please don't say any place in Rio at the moment. Yes, let's say somewhere abroad. Okay. Okay, Julie said Thailand. Wow, what do you think, guys? Do you think Thailand is? Oh, hi, Lisa. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. That's nice. So, what do you think? We have Thailand as an option. What else? We can think of Thailand. Australia is also good. Yes, dangerous animals. Uh-huh. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Thailand. Okay. So you won. It's beautiful. Okay. Okay, so let's put here the place. Phuket, Thailand. It's beautiful. Okay. Reason number 1. Well, there are so many reasons to go there, guys. Let me show you just a few, okay? I don't know if you know this place, but you'll get to know it now. Yes. Can you see the pictures? Yes. It's this one here. Look, guys, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, people. This place is amazing. Look. Wow. And look at this. They have rock formations that they look like a dream, like, you know. Wow. Yeah. Look at this beach. My goodness, guys. It's really paradise. It's amazing. So that's a nice place to go, people. Really. There's also Fifi. The Fifi Islands, they are beautiful too. Yeah. Yeah. You can take a boat, a motorboat from Phuket, and then you can go to Fifi. Fifi is wow. My goodness. No, it's paradise. It's amazing. It's wow. So okay, let's go to Thailand. Yeah, it's not so expensive. The only thing that is, I think, more expensive is the airplane ticket. That's the most expensive thing. Oh my God. Yes, Claudinha.
Eu entendi que é para poder colocar, colocar três motivos
Yes.
desse lugar.
Yes. 3 reasons to go to this place. Yes, exactly.
Esse Phuket, Tailândia, é o nome de um lugar.
Yes, Thailand. Uh-huh.
Dizer uma razão porque eu escolhi esse lugar.
Yes, yes. 3 reasons.
Tipo assim, razão.
Look at this hotel. Oh my God. Gosh.
Porque
Yeah. So let's go to the book. Let's go back to the book. Okay, guys, let's stop dreaming. Let's wake up. Brazil, Campo Grande, everybody. Okay. So reason number 1. Thank you, Claudinha. Let's see. What is the first reason for us to go to Thailand?
pode ser good ideia, good idea.
Good weather. It's a good idea. Yes. Why? Why is it a good idea to go to Phuket, Thailand? Why? First of all, because it's beautiful. Yeah. That's a good reason, right? Okay. Reason number 2. There are famous beaches. Okay. Okay. There are famous beaches. Somebody said something. Ah, very good, Stephanie. The culture. Excellent. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There is rich culture. So the country is very rich in culture. So we can say there is a lot of culture. Let's put here a lot of culture in the country, or yeah, there's a lot of culture. You can put it like this. The country is so rich. It has religious culture. It has the folklore. It has music. It has a lot of art. So there's a lot of culture in general. It's so big in terms of culture. It's a very diversified country. It's amazing. So there is a lot of culture. There are famous beaches. It's beautiful. You can take awesome pictures. So which phrases can you use to suggest this place to a friend for your next vacation? So how can you suggest Thailand to a friend? Yes. What about going? You can say what about silent, it's okay. But if you want to use a verb, you can say, what about going to Thailand? It's beautiful. Okay? You have to persuade your friend to go with you or to agree with you. So try to make a suggestion and give a reason. Okay? So let's try again. What about going to China? Sorry. What about going to Thailand? It's beautiful. There are famous beaches there, and there is a lot of culture. Okay, so you convince the person. Okay, it's a mystical place too. It's very mystical. There is religion, music, history. You have a bit of everything. Okay, so what else to say, right? So you can say, how about going to Thailand? And how do you react? How can you react? Oh, that sounds great. Try to use the other ones also. Instead of just, oh, good idea, let's go. You can say, oh, that sounds great. Okay? This is very native. If you speak English well, you use this one more often. You go like, oh, that sounds great. How can we get there? How much is the ticket? Okay, you start getting practical, right? So, okay, how much is the ticket? How do we get there? How much is a round trip ticket? That's a good question to ask. All right, people. So imagine you're traveling together. Make your suggestion and then give your opinion of your partner's place. Make a decision. So here, let's practice this conversation here together. So let's go. I have an idea. Let's go to Cancun for a vacation. Repeat, please. Oh, I don't know. Try to say that. I don't know. I think Montreal, Canada is a better place to go. Is a better place to go. Okay. Okay. So let's try again. I think Montreal, Canada is a better place to go. Is. Okay. Is a better place to go. I'm not sure about that. Good. I'm not sure about that. Canada is warmer and has nice beaches. Yes, be careful. Here is, not is. Okay? So Cancun is warmer and has nice beaches. Okay, good. All right, people. Yes, I know. All right. Okay, guys. So now let's think of another place to replace Cancun here. Instead of using that place, let's think of another one. We're going to we've already talked about Thailand. Let's talk about, let's say, Paris, France, okay? So I have an idea. Let's go to Paris for vacation. Repeat, please. I don't know. I think London, England is a better place to go. Okay. I don't know. I think London, England is a better place to go. I'm not sure about that. Paris is warmer and has nice parks. Warmer parks. Yes, Paris is warmer than London. Yes, it is. Okay, a little bit, a little bit. Okay, guys, you can do the same practice, changing the names of the places here, and you can use this, for example, in a project. Okay. Suppose you want to present a project. So you can imagine one person giving a suggestion to another and say, hey, I have an idea. Let's go to Thailand for vacation. And then you put pictures of Thailand. I don't know. I think Australia, Sydney, Australia is a better place to go. Then the other student will choose Australia. Then Julie says, I'm not sure about that. Thailand is warmer and has nice beaches. It's beautiful. And then you can put 2 or 3 more sentences and there you go. You have a project. Okay, guys. So that's an idea. You substitute the names of the places and you are using expressions to give suggestions and also to accept and reject suggestions. Okay. You can try to use expressions like this one here that we like a lot. That sounds good, but and here, that sounds great. Okay, these two here are very nice. Okay, because you sound more like a native speaker. Okay, guys. All right, so perfect. So we finished this part, the conversation from the video. Andy and Max, they are going to the west. They are visiting the Grand Canyon. All right, people, for the ones who arrived later, this is page 120. If you want, you can take a picture. This is what we did. The phrases in orange are the phrases to make suggestions. And the phrases in green are the phrases to give opinion. Okay? We use to give opinion. All right? Good. Here, we are giving our opinion after a suggestion, right? When you respond to a suggestion, I just highlighted 2 here, but of course, you can have a positive opinion or a negative opinion, okay? And here, let me highlight the ways to make a suggestion. We can say, why don't we, or I have an idea, let's do this, or what about this or that, or how about, they are similar. Just remember, guys, that when you use How about or what about? You can use a noun or a verb after that. If you use a noun, it's okay, no problem. But if you use a verb, you have to add ing to the verb, okay? Example, what about going to Thailand? How about going to Thailand? All right, that's it. Okay, guys, so now let's go to the final part of the lesson. And I think because now it's 10:11, we can have our break, our coffee break of the day while I try to reload the page. And then we do the last part of Unit 10. I will reload this page here. And while I do this, we can have our coffee break. Okay? So let's see how many we are. Claudinha, Duda, Felipe, Larissa, Stephanie, that's very good. I'm happy to have you all here. So I will reload the page and then we can have our 10-minute break. All right, people, so we can come back at around 10:20. All right, is that okay? We can have some coffee. All right, people, so I will turn off the camera and the microphone, and after 10 minutes, we're back. Okay, so stay here, don't go anywhere. Yeah, the ticket. Yeah, that's true. Hey guys, hi. Can you see me? Not really. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, right. Yes, I'm back. Yes. So let's see a little bit of dreaming. Yes, because now it's the final part of Unit 10. And we're going to talk about traveling. Okay, because as you know, Unit 10 talks about adventure, remember? And it mentions many different aspects of traveling to places where you can have adventure. The final part of the lesson has a title of A Trip to Remember. So, really, many places you can have like a trip to remember, depending on what happens, your experiences, and where you choose to stay. So let's take a look there. This is the book, White Eagle 1, page 122. Okay, 122. So come with us. Let's travel together. Okay. So read the ads before you listen to a conversation between a travel agent and a customer. Think about the words and phrases you might hear. So let's take a look at the two ads we have here, okay? So take a look in silence, all right, at the two ads, and think about the words and phrases you might hear in this conversation. Okay, so just the ads, okay? What are the words that may possibly come up in this conversation? What is already here? Okay, look, typical. Yes, of course. How much? How much, right? Okay, another word. Oh, another one is here, right? Hotel. Yes, related to those two ads. What do you think? We can think of words or phrases, okay, that you might hear in the listening, the conversation. Imagine a travel agent talking to a customer or vice versa, okay? You may hear words like how much, hotel, nights, 6 nights, 5 nights. Okay, what else? Luxury hotel. Yeah, actually, these words are here, but you might ask word, you might hear word, you might hear words, sorry, like breakfast included. Because you know, right? When you travel, you want to know if breakfast is included. Right? This is the first thing you want to know, right? When you look for a hotel, you want to know if there's any meal included, right, in your stay. So, is breakfast included? Right? That's one question you ask. breakfast. Okay, what else? Another word, accommodation. Yeah, accommodation is important because you want to know what kind of accommodation they offer, right? Especially here in the first one, I mean, the second one especially, not the first. But here it's a luxury hotel, so the accommodation is the best possible. Even though it's a traditional tent, but it's comfortable, okay? Because it's a luxury hotel, but then you spend one night camping in the desert. You don't spend all the nights in the tent. Okay, guys, only one night. All the other nights you stay at the hotel. All right, so it's an experience that you have most of the time in the luxury hotel. Okay, one night only camping in the desert. So only for you to have an experience. Okay, but it must be super comfortable, right? $2,000 per person. It must be a big experience. Yeah, like they say here, experience of a lifetime. What about the second one? What are the possible words and expressions? Look at this. People, no thanks. So questions you might ask. Temperature. What's the temperature like? How cold? You have to know, right? How cold it might get, right? 30 below zero, 35 below zero. Wow. So what about protection, right? Winter clothes. Will we have enough protection in the igloo? Is it like an igloo? Camping, like how? Right? Are we able to survive such low temperature? Yeah. Am I going to freeze? Am I going to freeze? Yeah. So freezing temperature, so temperature is really an issue here. It's very cold. All right, so, and it's not a hotel, it's camping. So 5 days, 4 nights. Yeah, to remember, you bet. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. That's adventure. So adventure, that's a word that may come up in the conversation. So now, people, listen. Which trip does the woman choose? What do you think? Is she going to Sahara or is she going? Is she going to the snow here? Yes, Julie says she's going to Sahara. What do you think? Where is she going, people? Where do you think she's going? Is she going to feel hot in the desert or is she going to freeze to death in the mountains? Oh my God. So let's see. Let's listen up and find out.
So, you'd like an exciting winter vacation. These two are more popular than any of our other trips. What do you think?
Well, the pictures of the Sahara Desert are beautiful, but I think for me, the mountain adventure is more interesting.
Ah, so you like cold weather better than hot weather?
Well, usually I love going to the beach, but I want to try something different. How much is the mountain adventure?
It's $1,500 for 4 nights.
So it's cheaper than the Sahara adventure. But that hotel is nicer, and it has a great swimming pool. Swimming is more fun than skiing.
The Sahara trip is more expensive because it's 7 nights, not 4.
Well, okay then. I'd like the Sahara adventure trip.
Great choice! A desert trip is definitely more exciting than a trip to the mountains.
Where does she decide to go, guys? To the Sahara Desert. Yes, even though she wants to try something different, she would like to go to the mountains and everything, but she decides to go to the Sahara Desert because she likes the swimming pool and the price, right? All the conditions. So, yes, she likes this one better. Okay? Yes, very good. So, yeah, it's a better choice. Okay? Better choice. And here, they offer 7 nights, and here only 5. Okay? So the stay is longer. All right. So I will show you a little bit about the country we mentioned on the previous page. You're welcome. So we are going to say, now we're going to compare the Sahara Desert and Thailand. Okay? Let's take a look there. Let's see what you think. So this is a video from TripAdvisor, and they will show here top 3 things to do in Bangkok. So which place do you think is better, the Sahara Desert or Thailand? Take a look. Let's see.
I've been denied access to the Grand Palace because my shorts are too short. So they sell pants conveniently for $6. And now I have to change and put my pants on so I can go inside the palace. Maggie's outside waiting for me. I feel like if my niece Mackenzie were to build a palace, she would put this amount of sparkles on everything because this place is just bedazzled beyond belief. Sparkles, rhinestones, mirrors, gems, diamonds, gold, silver, pastels, more silver, more gold. You want to go inside, can't wear shoes, can't bring a camera at all, but you should go inside. Oh, the sweat. We're playing hardcore tourist today, and you could tell that we're in full tourist mode when Jimmy wears his fanny pack, because there's nothing more touristy than a fanny pack. However, I like it. I'm gonna wear it. And if you ask me, this fanny pack is quite tactical. It's a tactical fanny pack, okay? It's camouflage. Anyway, Grand Palace, it cost you $17 to get in, which is kind of pricey. You can see the whole thing in like an hour. It took us like an hour, unless you want to read all the history and stuff, everything. You can't wear shorts. Shorts don't work. Even Maggie wore leggings because she thought they were pants. It doesn't work. She had to buy a blanket for like a skirt. I had to buy these pants, $3 for the pants. We saw the Grand Palace. Now we're gonna go see a reclining Buddha. It's like a big Buddha that's reclining. It's right next to the Grand Palace. How large it is?
Yeah,
it's
like
big.
that's its head.
That's the head, the thing with the spikes. That's the hat that Buddha wears with the little things. It's made of gold. It's huge. It's Buddha just being very chill. That's what I like about Buddha. Like, he's just chill. All the other religions, you know, do you ever see any images of other people like literally just chilling, like Netflix and hang out and just having some donuts? I don't know why I said donuts. That's weird. Who like hangs out? I think I'm hungry. I think I need a donut. Let's go.
So when you enter the Lion Buddha temple, there's these signs that say beware of pickpocket gangs. And so I saw the sign, I looked down at my purse and it was open. I was like, what? I didn't open my purse. So I closed my purse and then like not even 10 minutes later, I'm still in the Lion Buddha, reclining Buddha, and I look down at my purse, it's open again. So they're real and skilled, and I don't have anything valuable in my purse, so that's good, and I still have my phone, so hooray.
And I looked down and my front fly, my shorts was open, but I don't know if they did that or if that's just my forgetfulness. Might have been the pickpocketers, I don't know. Second big super tourist stop of the day in Bangkok, the Reclining Buddha. I like this better than the Grand Palace. There's less people, it was prettier to me. And inside this Buddhist temple, there's a bunch of little girls doing these chants, and it's very, very pretty. The girls in the very back row are on their phones though, so they need to learn their chants. And just so you know, the Reclining Buddha is not just the Reclining Buddha. There's a lot of stuff to look at here. Don't think it's just a giant statue and that's all you see. There's plenty. So there's tons of markets in Bangkok. We were gonna go to the floating market, but it looks like it's a very touristy thing. Like every cab has these colorful posters like, oh, go to the floating market so I can get my kickback and my commission. It just looked like a nightmare. We're not doing that, but there is a market called the Chatuchak weekend market, and it's for a bunch of locals, local prices, local food. I'm sure there'll be lots of tourists there as well, but it seemed like a more authentic market experience in Bangkok. So this is the third and final super touristy thing we're gonna do. Chatuchak weekend market. That's where we're going. So the market's pretty cool. It has 8,000 different stalls and covers like 24 acres, and supposedly like 200,000 people go there once per day. It's only open on the weekends, but so we only showed you a portion of it. But it's really cool. Everything seems handmade. Nothing seems like imported from China. So if you're looking for souvenirs, which we're not since we're traveling for so long, or you want to buy a gift for someone or get a souvenir, that's probably the place to go. Now we're going to head home because it's still very, very hot. And this concludes our day of being 100% tourists in Bangkok. I hope you liked it.
A vontade até de conhecer. Teacher, não estou ouvindo.
Yes, sorry, it's my fault. My bad here. Yeah, the microphone was muted. So it's so beautiful. I really want to go there one day. It's my dream to go there. Just a moment, let me turn on the lights. Okay. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's such a beautiful place, guys. It's really amazing. And it's so full of culture, like Stephanie said. And we really want to go there and visit. So did you see the guys, the couple, they are visiting Bangkok and they compare places. There is a moment when he compares the Reclining Buddha and the palace, right? Which place did he like most? Do you remember? The Reclining Buddha. Yes, the big statue of Buddha reclining like that, because there is a lot more to see besides Buddha, right, itself. So he likes that place better. There were some girls singing, right? So he likes that. And when he compares, he says, I liked the Reclining Buddha better than the palace. Okay? So let's take a look here. So you can see when we compare places, we tend to stress, to emphasize the things we are comparing, okay? So we usually put stress on the most important words in a sentence. In a comparative sentence, we often stress the things we are comparing. Sometimes we stress the comparative adjective we are using, okay? The word then is less important, so we don't stress it. We say it quickly, right? Example, swimming is more fun than skiing. So you hardly hear the word then. It's really weak, okay? So as you can see here, let me show you that. I highlighted for you. When we compare two things, we stress, we emphasize the things we are comparing, and sometimes the adjective we are using. Like swimming is more fun than skiing, okay? So now notice how we do this in the sentences. Listen and identify the words that are stressed the most. Then listen again and repeat, okay? So pay attention.
1. Long trips are better than short trips. 2. Today is hotter than yesterday. 3. Mountains are more beautiful than deserts. 4. Swimming is more fun than skiing. 5. The bus is cheaper than the plane.
Listen one more time, okay?
1. Long trips are better than short trips. 2. Today is hotter than yesterday. 3. Mountains are more beautiful than deserts. 4. Swimming is more fun than skiing. 5. The bus is cheaper than the plane.
Okay, so let's check out where the stress falls. Okay, the first one. What are the stressed words? Today, hotter, yesterday. Okay, perfect. Number 3, mountains, deserts. Okay, number 4, skiing. Perfect. Okay, number 5, the plane or plane. A bus, cheaper, plane. All right. So these are the things we stress the most when we compare two things. Okay. So let's try to repeat the sentences. Okay. Long trips are better than short trips.
Long trips are better than short trips.
Good. And try to emphasize the words that are selected here, okay? Today is hotter than yesterday.
Today is hotter than yesterday.
Okay, today is hotter than yesterday.
Today is hotter than yesterday.
Good. Mountains are more beautiful than deserts.
Mountains are so beautiful than desert.
Good. Swimming is more fun than skiing.
Swing is more fun than swing.
Okay, listen one more time. Swimming is more fun than skiing.
Swimming is more fun than swing.
Skiing.
Skiing.
Yes. The bus is cheaper than the plane.
The bus is cheaper than the plane.
Okay. All right. Naturally, we emphasize those words, okay, as we speak. So here we use comparisons to give more information about a topic or help your listener understand your opinion. Example, can you read the example, please, Julie? Okay, good. And the next one? All right, thank you. Okay, so we use comparisons there to give information, more information about a topic, right? And we should remember that when we use short adjectives, we just add the suffix er. When we use long adjectives, we have to put the word more before the adjective, okay? Now, to say how you feel about two places or things, you can use I like X better than Y, for example. Like in the video, he said, I like the reclining Buddha better than the palace. Okay? So here we have an example. Samira, can you read the example, please? I like warm weather better than cold weather. All right, thank you. So here you are comparing two things and saying which one you prefer. Okay? So you like this one better than the other, right? So whenever you're traveling, there is always a place you like more than the other, right? So you don't always need to use the word then. Let's see the example. Claudinha, can you read the examples there, please, here?
Which is more fun, the beach or lake? Lady?
A lake, okay. I
think the beach is more fun.
okay, thank you. So here, we didn't use the word then, okay? It was not necessary. It's a question, and I'm asking the opinion of the person. I want to know what the person thinks, which is more fun, especially when I make questions with which. I don't use then, okay? This is one example, okay? Which is more fun, the beach or lake? Which one is better, the reclining Buddha or the palace? Which place is better to go, the Sahara Desert or Thailand? Okay, for sure. Yes. All right, by all means. Now, would you like to visit the desert or the mountains? Think of some questions about the vacations. So, yeah, what do you think, guys? After we've seen the two options here, which places would you like to go? The desert or the mountains? Yeah, me too. I would like to go to the desert too. I think this would be better. Yeah, air conditioner, everything. Okay. All right, people. What about you guys, the people online? Where would you like to go? The desert or the mountains? Yeah, I guess nobody here would like to go to the mountains unless you like winter. So, I think we pretty much covered everything here. You would, Felipe? Wow! Oh, Stephanie! Wow! My goodness, how nice! Stephanie and Felipe. Wow! Good for you. How nice, guys. You're brave. Yeah, I really admire you. That's amazing. Wow, yeah. Okay, guys. So, yeah, that's good. Are you sure you're ready for that? Yeah. Anyway, you tell me later, okay? When you come back, you tell me all about it. So, let's take a look, guys, at our review page. So, by doing this, we finished our Unit 10. Let's look, zoom out. As you can see here, we finished that part. A trip to remember. And the class will go to the Sahara Desert, but Felipe and Stephanie will go to the mountains. Okay, no problem. They will tell us everything about it when they come back. Okay. Yes. So let's go to page 156 to see the review of Unit 10. Okay, let's take a look there. Yay, here we are. So what did we learn, guys, in Unit 10? Let's see. So first, we are going to review the vocabulary. As we know, Unit 10 talked about adventure, right? Traveling, places to go for adventure. So the first part of the vocabulary, asks us to write the names of the places. Compare your answers with a partner. So the first one, this is a very dry, hot place. What place is that? Places they mentioned in the lesson. Okay, so what place is that? What do you think? Desert. Okay? Yes. So number one, desert. Now number two, this is a place in Scotland. Who remembers? Do you remember that? Come on. I do. I do. The Garden of Cosmic Speculation. All right. Number three, it's a large body of water like the Mediterranean or the Caribbean. What is that? River. No, that's not a river. The Caribbean. I don't know. Like the Atlantic, the Pacific. Ocean. Sea. Yes. It can be ocean or sea. Okay? A large body of water. The Mediterranean Sea, the Caribbean Sea. It's a body of water. It can be big or small. You can find one in the forest or in the mountains. Lake. Yes. There are many trees and wild animals here. It's a good place for camping. Forest. Yay, good. So here we have some places to go if you want adventure. Okay. Checking the answers. Everything okay? All right. Now, guys, next one. When we talk about places, we talk about describing, right? We describe places, so we use adjectives. So let's say the first one. I like to stay in. Interesting. Yeah. Of course. So like to be in dark. Dark hotels? No, not really. Now, I love the desert. I think the colors are pretty. Yes. Great. Bring warm clothes. The mountains are. Ooh. Cool at night. Cold is similar to cool because cool is the same as fresh. Okay. So we can't go in the forest at night. It's
dangerous.
Yes. And finally, it's
Warm.
warm. Okay. All right, so remember that here we have a synonym to fresh, like a little cold, okay? So it's cool at night, especially when you have that cold wind blowing, you know? So number 3, complete the sentences with the correct words. Let's go. In December, I went on vacation. Yay, with a friend. Okay, so here we have an expression we used a lot in this unit, which is to go on vacation. Here it's in the past. I went on vacation. Okay. Number 2, we took a trip. Yes, to Costa Rica. So another expression, to take a trip. Here it's in the past. So I took a trip. We took a trip. Okay. It was a perfect
summer.
Yes, because it's always warm in Costa Rica. So number 4, I packed a big
Suitcase.
pronunciation. How do we pronounce this word? Suitcase. We don't pronounce the letter I, okay? So we packed a big suitcase because we stayed for 3 weeks. So to pack is when you put your clothes and your belongings inside a suitcase to travel, okay? So you pack. In this case, it's in the past. Number 5, I can't take another big vacation this year, but I want to go on a short
break.
Yeah, to visit my parents. All right, people. Okay, guys. Yes. Okay, Maria Eduarda. Okay, Stephanie, Claudinha, Felipe.
Ok.
So let's check the answers.
Ok.
Summer vacation. So let's see why. It was a perfect summer vacation because it's always warm in Costa Rica. Why? Uh-oh, no, of course not, people. You see, there is another mistake here, so no way, guys. Yeah, this is not perfect. The answer is, winter vacation because it's always warm in Costa Rica. I really don't understand why winter. How can winter be perfect because it's always warm? No. I think
Maybe, tipo assim, o inverno foi perfeito porque tá sempre quente, quer dizer, tipo, você já tem quente, então foi perfeito, talvez possa ser.
I don't know, maybe.
Porque de carro fica parecendo até summer, né?
Yeah, I would understand summer.
Sentido, né? Você falou, se pegar o texto todo, tá dando meio que o porquê a gente foi perfeito. Tipo, foi uma coisa diferente, sabe?
Yeah.
Tipo, a gente frio. A gente
Aham.
nunca acostumado com frio, a gente fica meio assim. Um pouco de paz e calor.
Yeah, and here, yeah, maybe. Okay, but it's a little contradictory. Yeah, perfect winter vacation because it's always warm in Costa Rica. Okay, guys, whatever.
Eu queria poder deixar mais claro.
Yeah, this is not very clear. This sentence here is a question mark because it depends on the person. Perfect, it's very subjective. É muito subjetivo, porque a pessoa pode gostar mais de calor do que de inverno, ou gostar mais de inverno do que de calor. Se a pessoa gosta mais de frio, então that's not good. Okay, anyway.
Então, acho que eu gosto muito de frio.
Yeah,
Eu gosto de
yeah. Yeah, maybe because during the winter in Costa Rica, the weather is always good. Maybe this is what they want to say. They went to Costa Rica in winter and there was no rain. The weather was not cloudy or it was always good. So the days were beautiful. So maybe this is what they mean. Okay, so then I understand. So winter vacation in Costa Rica. Okay, all right, I understand. Let's do it. Okay, but I don't really agree. Okay, guys. Anyway, now let's see the grammar, okay? Write the correct object pronoun. So this is the first part of the grammar in this unit, okay? So let's say, my parents were interested in my trip, so I called them when I arrived. Number two, where are the cave paintings? I don't see, referring to the paintings. I don't see. Remember, guys, when I refer to a noun in plural, I don't see them. Okay. I don't see them. Okay, I'm referring to a noun in the plural. So I don't see them. Okay. I don't see the cave paintings. Right? So we visited the countryside last weekend. I loved it. Okay. Now it's singular. Okay. So plural, them. Sorry. Singular, it. Now, my brother lives in Trinidad. I visited him. It's singular, but it's a person and it's male. So him. Okay, it's a man, a boy, him. Do you want to see pictures from my vacation? I can show them to you. You is the same. Okay? You. All right? All right, everything correct. Okay, people. So now let's go to number 5. Let's check it out. Choose the logical adjective. Then write the comparative form. We have 2 options here, okay? Look, green and red. The sentence is, a forest is a desert. So the logical adjective is greener than. I cannot say rather than. It doesn't make any sense. Okay? Now, number 2, busy or calm. A city is
Calm.
pay attention. Here we have
Good.
we have 2 adjectives, busy
Busy.
or calm. So a city is busier. Okay. So remember, busy ends in Y. So how do we make the comparative? Drop the Y and add I-E-R. So busier, okay? A city is busier. No. Yeah. So a city is busier than the countryside. Okay. Now, number 3, a city is bigger than a village. Remember, here we have CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. So I have to double G. Yes, double the consonant. So G again, and then ER. Okay, bigger than a village. Okay, a city is bigger than a village. Okay. Now number 4. A forest is wet. Okay, the first one. Here we have CVC, wetter. So you have to double the T, okay? So
Eu lembrei do wet por causa do. Eu lembro, tipo, de uma plaquinha que fala assim, the floor is wet.
yes. Okay, no problem. That's okay. Don't worry. Bye-bye. So a forest is wetter than a desert. Okay? Of course, there is more water in a forest than the desert. Number 5, mountains and hills. Tall. Okay? So mountains are taller than hills. Mountains are taller than hills. Okay? Now, staying at a hotel is okay. So we are going to use good, all right? So what is the comparative? Better, okay? Better than, because good is irregular, okay? So good becomes better, all right? So staying at a hotel is better than camping outside in cold weather. Now, the trip from England to Brazil is the England to Brazil. It's really far. Now, England to Portugal, not so much. Yes, we have to use expensive. Ah, okay. Of course. So expensive is a long adjective. When we are comparing, we have to say more expensive. More expensive than. Okay. So the trip from England to Brazil is more expensive than the trip from England to Portugal. Okay, guys? All right? So let's check the answers. Yes, here. It's always, there's always something wrong. I don't know why. Yes. It's the same. You have to put more expensive than. Here, they're just putting more expensive. But you have to put more expensive than. Okay, guys. All right. So everything correct. So let's go here. Here we have to include the word then, okay? Don't forget. All right, guys. So closing that part, there is a final point here, which is always a quotation they bring. They ask, do you agree? Write your own quote following the same structure. There is only one thing in the world worse than, and that is example. Let's focus here. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. That was by Oscar Wilde. Selected from Oxford Essential Quotations, 5th edition, edited by Susan Radcliffe. So do you understand what he says here? I'm going to translate for you, ok? Só existe uma coisa no mundo pior do que ser falado, falarem de você. E é não falarem de você. So there is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. In other words, falem mal, mas falem de mim. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. No way, guys. So here, they want us to create another quote using the same structure. There is only one thing in the world worse than, and that is, okay? So how would you complete the sentence here? I would put here, let's see what you put. I would say there is only one thing in the world worse than camping in the mountains in winter. Okay, and that is camping in the desert in the summer. Guys, really? Okay, so I'm going to put it there. Camping in the mountains. Oh my God. Oh God, can't really see that very well. Camping in the mountains in winter is what it's one. And that is camping in the desert in the summer. Okay. Of course, guys, because they're both extreme temperatures. So nothing extreme is good. If you go to the mountains in winter, it's extremely cold. If you go to the desert in the summer, it's extremely hot. So it can't be good, okay? So that's an idea for you. So you can use that to complete. So if you want, you can have other ideas, right, on how to do that. But anyway, guys, so we did the review. Yes. If you have any questions, you can send me a message. I highly recommend you do online practice from this lesson, right? Let me show you our page on Google Classroom so you know what you should do for homework, okay? Let me try to make it a little bigger. Yay, okay. So here, what did we learn today, guys? So today we talked about the video lesson, Unit 10.4, where Max and Andy were deciding where to go on vacation. And the topic was giving opinions and making suggestions. How can we make suggestions in English? Do you remember? How can we make a suggestion? How about, what about, why don't we? Let's go to, okay. Maybe we could. So I posted here 2 files with examples on how to make suggestions. Okay, guys, you can check that later. And we also saw ideas on how to compare in English and noticing the weak forms of the word then, that we emphasize the things we compare, right, in a sentence. So whenever we compare 2 things, we emphasize those 2 things, right? I also posted something about it, and I also posted here a worksheet, actually 2 worksheets on making suggestions and 1 on comparing, okay, for you to practice. So homework for you guys, online practice, Unit 10.4, then 10.5, Unit 10 Test, which is also on the platform, and the worksheets. All right, people. So try to do those so you get updated on the platform. Okay. And if you have any questions or anything from the last week, try to do those too. All right. And replacements. Please don't forget to replace the classes you missed in February. Time is running out. February is a short month. So if you missed any classes in February, the time to replace is now, okay? The classes are recorded. There are the videos there. So you can access the videos here on Google Classroom, okay? Just click on activities, right? And then you have here replacements from February. Video. You click here on the classes or videos from February, then you'll see the previous videos. They are all here. You just have to click on the link to watch the video, okay? Here we have the first class, February 2nd, and here we have the second one, February 9th, okay? And later, I will post the one from today, all right? And then once you do that, you post here, okay? So let me see if we have any. So far, nothing. But if you missed the first class of February, you are going to post your picture here, okay? Or here, February 9th. Okie dokie. All right, people. So I hope to see you again next week. Let me take a final picture with everybody on the screen before you go. Yes. So thank you so much for coming and do your homework. All right, people. Thank you, Julie. And please, you need to type there for me. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. Bye,
Bye-bye,
guys.
teacher.
Bye-bye, Claudinha. Do your placements, right? Bye, Felipe. Bye, Duda. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. Take care.